We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I am Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank you so much for pulling up and clicking that play button. Hopefully, you hit that like button as well. That's the only price of admission for our live streams is to simply hit the like button. So thank y'all again for pulling up. Rise and shine to you as well. Ian, thank you so much for pulling up. Y'all are absolutely dope. We had 6 minutes to go up in here. And we was counting down when I very first set up the live stream. And then I seen this pop up where Caveman 74 says 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. If y'all don't know where that come from, man, that's a classic right there. Shout out to Caveman for that, man. That took me back. That took me back. Everybody, please hit that like button. That is so appreciated. Lisa Marie, what's going on? Nanny's Take on the World, what's up? And I got to say what's up to Shane. Shane was the very first person in the building today. Very first person in the building. So shout out to Shane, Lori, Nana, MAGA Girl, Treebeard, Ashley, Jared. What's up, Jared? What's up, big dog? Shout out to Louisiana. Yeah, man. I don't know if y'all look at it the way I look at it, but I tell people that I got friends all over the world. And I mean that. So don't let me down when I come to your city. When I come to your city, I expect y'all to show some love. I expect us to meet up and have some old fashions and some wings, probably some seafood, some delicious soul food. Yeah, you know I'm black. I gotta test the soul food everywhere. Shout out to Arkansas. Let me know where y'all are watching. Everybody else, pull up. Let me know where y'all are watching me. What state you're watching me. If you're watching from work, if you're listening from the car, that's absolutely appreciated. I'm trying to collect this data so that we know where our audience is early in the morning. For everybody who is pulling up for the very first time, I am Van. Some people call me Coach because I am a YouTube content creation coach. I waited until I hit 1 million subscribers and made a collective $1 million that was taxed like crazy on YouTube. And now I'm brain dumping all that I've learned with the people that I coach. And if you want to be a part of that, make sure you join my course that's inside of the very first link in the descriptions. And I can't wait to see you inside of the Facebook group and our private group calls. Shout out to El Salvador, Yonkers up in the building, more Louisiana, Las Vegas, New York, Northeast Florida. Yeah, we got people from all over the place, man. Summersville, South Carolina is checking in, man. Shout out to y'all, bro. We got people up in Germany. We got people in Wisconsin. What's up, Kristen? Weldon in North Carolina. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. People all over the place. Indiana, Arkansas. Let's go. All right. I'm gonna finish talking to y'all in a minute, but let's go and start handling our business. As you can clearly see on the thumbnail, the Dems are suing Trump again. As you can see in the title, I said that the Ghetto Dems are suing Trump. And New Jersey wildfires they continue to go forward. We have a bunch of good things to talk about. Well, not necessarily good things, but the news is just the news. It is what it is. But here are a few things we're going to talk about. The executive orders and actions on education, including reining in DEI that Trump did on yesterday, April 23rd. We're also going to talk about the wildfires in New Jersey, talk about the Democratic states that are deciding to sue Trump, It's more than 12 Democrat states. We're going to talk about Trump's trade war and annexation threats that have been upended, that have upended Canada's election. And we're also going to talk about how judge orders the return of second migrant that was deported to El Salvador, man. So these trips to El Salvador and all this other stuff, this like Chris van.hall is doing, and everybody else, the grandstanding, trying to challenge the president at every stop. You know what I mean? They doing it for a reason. They're fighting their fight. We're also going to talk about how James O'Keefe exposes DOD branch chief. We're going to talk about that one first. So go ahead, hit the like button. Let's go ahead and get into it. And also, before we go, I just want to show y'all something that I'm really proud of that gets on my wife's nerves every time we go somewhere. And it just so happens to be, let me take this banner off so I can show y'all. My hoodie. Every time we go to the store and I decide to wear my hoodie, this is what it says. I love it. I love it. I don't care what, listen, I love it. That's my favorite hoodie. I get stopped in the Costco, people saying, "Oh, I love your hoodie." I say, "Thank you." One guy was like, "I don't know, buddy. You're gonna have to take that. You're gonna have to take that title from me." Like people, this hoodie starts the most random conversations. The most random conversations. You don't know how many men have told me that I am not winning that battle. This right here. Shout out to all of the fathers. Our day is coming up where we get celebrated, where they buy us socks for a change. Man, stop buying your dad socks for that going on. All right, let's go and jump into it. James O'Keefe is first. Let's get it. This brother always exposing people. Let's go. Love y'all, man. And if you're watching on X, hit the like button, repost button, requote button, and just let me know that you're in the building as well. Let me know where you're watching from X. I mean on X, okay? Thank you, guys. Let's get it.
The same guy who tried to overthrow an election is just like truly setting his down a path of dictatorship. He's illegitimate. He's fairly immoral, breaking every norm. We're gonna resist him. Everything he does.
James O'Keefe here in Arlington, Virginia, in front of the Pentagon. The branch chief inside the Pentagon saying on hidden camera he's going to resist against Trump and Hegseth. Now, since President Trump was elected and assigned Pete Hegseth as Secretary of Defense, the DOD has faced a number of leaks in the past few months from employees inside the Pentagon.
There's some type of deep state forces that want to make sure you don't stay there.
They've come after me from day one, just like they've come after President Trump. I mean, I've gotten a fraction of what President Trump got in that first term.
The Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, has been going on media interviews expressing that there are people within the Pentagon who want to resist the president and hurt his policies.
I know exactly why I'm here, to rip out the insidious ideologies and not compromise and not back down, to reestablish standards and accountability.
Nicholas Terza, a branch chief within the DOD, expressed dissatisfaction with his new boss, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, claiming he is too young for the job.
So I'm assuming that your boss isn't Pete Hegseth.
Ultimately, he is my boss.
Okay.
But this is insane. I actually know Pete Hegseth.
You do? Like personally?
But this is so crazy. Like, that's not a good reflection on me. That's a bad reflection on Trump. Like, nobody I know should be the Secretary of Defense.
Oh, no.
Like, he's insanely young to be the part. Like, and he wasn't that high up in the military. He used to be in the DC National Guard.
Oh, did you guys work together? Or?
Yeah, I mean, in our side hustle in the National Guard.
Oh.
And I met him in my unit. He was just in my unit. And I don't know, I'm going on about Pete Hegseth.
Now, Nicholas Terza claims that he knows Hegseth from the DC National Guard, but we spoke to a senior official at the Pentagon who said that's not true, that Hegseth has not ever heard of this man or seen him.
But what do you think the intent is? Is it like they want to hurt America?
I think they don't care who they hurt. To enact a change that they see making America a populist conservative framework more traditional, even if that means being sexist or racist or chauvinist.
Terza also saying on hidden camera he did not know he was being recorded.
Hold on. So first of all, before we even go forward, I have to say this, man. If I hire you and your number one priority is to be a dick, bro, you getting up out of here, man. That's your number one priority, really? To not listen to anything that we're saying, to conspire behind my back, to go behind my back and say that all these nasty things. Do you believe in a mission or not? If you don't believe in a mission, or you're not even going to try to go along with the flow and try to figure things out with us, because clearly I was elected as president for a reason. I wasn't elected to bring this to make this country look conservative or look one way. I was brought over here to clean this bad boy up. Just in case you have not seen, our last administration was some trash, but now you're inside of the Pentagon crying about the commander-in-chief who's actually doing his job. This dude actually does work. In his first 100 days, he has done more than our president of 4 years, Biden, between 2020 and 2024. And we still can't name anything that his VP did. So I don't get this, man. And I hope, not only do I hope that people like this are fired and lose their job, man, I hope people like this go to jail, because this right here is borderline treason. Am I going too far in my thought? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Let me know if I'm going too far.
More traditional, even if that means being sexist or racist or chauvinist.
Terza also saying on hidden camera he did not know he was being recorded, that Trump is an illegitimate president, an immoral dictator, and they plan to resist everything Trump does.
The same guy who tried to overthrow an election is just like truly setting us down a path of dictatorship. He's illegitimate. He's terribly immoral, breaking every norm. We're gonna resist him. Everything he does. I'm very.
Bro, how are you the DOD chief and you talking about he's illegitimate? What? Wait a minute, bro. How are you the chief? You're one of the branch chiefs in the Pentagon. And you're talking about your commander-in-chief is illegitimate. Have y'all ever heard a branch chief from DOD say that about our president before, no matter who the president was? This is nuts, bro. This is nuts. And this is the reason why we're playing this right now. This is the reason why we're talking about this. How can we possibly have a winning team if people that are at the top in different departments are conspiring against me? Nah, bro, you got to go. You got to go. And it's going to be some daggone consequences and repercussions on top of that. This dude he's wild, man. Okay, let's go.
Dictator, and they plan to resist everything Trump does.
The same guy who tried to overthrow an election is just like truly setting us down a path of dictatorship. He's illegitimate. He's terribly immoral, breaking every norm. We're gonna resist him. Everything he does. I'm a very patriotic person, and I've never been less patriotic.
Now, the reason this is concerning, the Department of Defense is often directly responsible for the president's safety in the event of travel, events, campaign rallies, and everything else.
So you mean to tell me, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I got to stop it and say, I got to address this. This dude said, I'm a very patriotic person, but I've never been this, I've never been less patriotic than I am right now. Dude, our last president never talked about making America bigger than we've ever been or better than we've ever been. At all of Biden and Kamala's, events and everything, they had more rainbow flags and Palestine flags there than they did American flags. We never heard any songs about America. We never heard people talk about how great America was when Biden and Kamala was in office. That was probably one of the least patriotic duos that we have seen in a long time in the White House. But now that we have somebody who's putting Americans first in America, the country first, you feel less patriotic? It's because you're drinking the Kool-Aid and you're soft. Somebody softened you up so that they can take you down, and you fell for it. And now look at you. You're about to lose your job. You're on tape saying demeaning things about your president. You're talking about you never felt less patriotic. But yet this is a president whose aim is to make our country great. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. He's cleaning house. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do to make sure that we are better off 100 years from now, 50 years from now. He's trying to correct the ship. Like, what's going on, bro? Do we not want any correction anymore? Do we just want everything to be chaotic and all over the place? Do we want to get back to, okay, don't say nothing. Make sure we look out for the special groups first before anything. The special groups, we got to make sure we watch out for them. We got to make sure we hold our tongue, like bite your tongue around them. Don't say what you're really thinking, because then they're going to think you're sexist. They're going to think you're racist. They're going to think you're have some type of phobia toward one of their letters in their rainbow acronym. Come on, bro. These people are nuts, bro. They nuts. Okay, this is my last time stopping it.
Now, the reason this is concerning, the Department of Defense is often directly responsible for the president's safety in the event of travel, events, campaign rallies, and everything else.
What's your least favorite thing about Trump?
Oh, that he utterly lacks any moral principle. The worst thing about him is his utter lack of moral principle. The second worst thing about him is how stupid he could be.
Should the president's safety be entrusted with people who believe that he is illegitimate and immoral? And here we have a field trip. Let's take a look. People are coming in. Hello, everyone. How you doing? This is James O'Keefe reporting live in front of the Pentagon at the Air Force Memorial here in Arlington, Virginia. Stay tuned.
People are weird, bro. People are weird. Here's the thing. All it takes is for a pretty girl to take y'all to lunch. Next thing you know, y'all are spilling y'all beans. Y'all are some dweebs, man. Y'all are some dweebs. Y'all obviously never get any attention from the ladies ever. And yes, that's coming from me wearing a lock sock, not a bonnet. If you see somebody pull up talking about I got on a bonnet, I want y'all to cuss them out respectfully. Okay? Let them know that's not a bonnet. That's a lock sock. That's also coming from a guy wearing a shirt that says, I am the world's greatest father. These guys are dweebs, man. They get to go out to lunch with a pretty girl, probably wearing a skirt, and all they can do is think about the possibilities. I'm gonna make sure I answer all of your questions. Oh yeah, these are gonna be the best answers you ever received in your life. Once you leave this interview, you're gonna be thinking about me. Yeah, gonna be a damn good show. And the whole time she is setting your silly ass up. You just sitting there spilling the beans. I hope that the lunch was delicious. Whatever you ordered, I hope it was the best, because hopefully that's your last lunch that you have as the Department of Defense branch chief. Nikolai Terza. Oh, for a pretty woman, you're gonna sit there and talk sugar honey iced tea about your president, bro? Come on, man. You supposed to be on the front lines. I get it. You got money saved up, you got cash in the bank, you already got a big, beautiful house, probably have a nice, lovely family as well. You're on the easy street. You figure if you're fired, you're gonna be all right. You figure if you quit, you're gonna be all right. But you don't believe that you're gonna do any jail time, so you're cool. You don't think that this is going to get back to anybody? Man, we need to watch this. We need to watch this story so we can I want to know when or if this brother is arrested, man, because this is absolutely insane. It's insane. It's insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. You're insane. Got no brain. Nikolai Terza, you insane. You got no brain, bro. For real. You got no brain. All right. Now let's get into it, man. Let's talk about how Trump issues mandates on HBCUs, school discipline, and foreign gifts. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, guys. And thank you again for tuning in to our morning show with me, Van. Hopefully you're in good spirits and that you took a moment to just thank God for another day. Like when you stretch, oh Lord, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for another day. Woo! My limbs work. My body works. Man, I'm trying to tell you, because the older you get, that you're going to become less limber. You're not going to be able to move your shoulders as much anymore. You're not going to be able to run and jump much anymore. Y'all better thank God for your limbs working the way that they work right now. Even if they work less than they did 5 years ago, you need to give God all praise, glory, and honor for where you are right now. I promise you. I promise you on that one. Because the older we get, bro, I promise you, I was doing some Mike Tyson push-ups, man. If you don't know what Mike Tyson push-ups are, do your Googles. I was doing some Mike Tyson push-ups probably like a month and a half ago. And my knee, just out of nowhere, just started hurting so much that I couldn't bend down and put my body weight on it. Just out of nowhere. And I am a very athletic individual. All right. And that bad boy just set me down. Like, really? So what I usually do when my body starts to hurt, I apply more pressure to it. I put more strain on it. I don't know. I'm gonna pressure test my body. I'm gonna put more pain on it. And I'm just going to deny myself of feeling sad and feeling like I'm too sick or too hurt to move. No, my body don't tell me what to do. I tell my body what to do. Okay. Yeah, I am getting old just like y'all. And you're getting old just like me. But to God be the glory. All right, let's go and jump into it, gang. All right, so Trump signs executive actions on education, including efforts to rein in DEI, reforming education policy through executive orders. We're going to talk about that un momento. Yeah, let me go and get this pulled up. Shout out to Wise. Shout out to Wise on a righteous perspective. Always making me feel bad for looking around. For getting stories ready for y'all while I'm live streaming. This is just, man, it's dope. Shout out to Wise. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's going on here. All right, so let me see. So President Donald J. Trump, he signed 7 executive orders on April 23rd, 2025, aimed at reshaping U.S. education policies, targeting areas like artificial intelligence, AI integration, university accreditation, school discipline, foreign gifts to colleges, and support to historically Black colleges and universities, aka HBCUs. Also, one order mandates incorporating AI into K through 12 school curricula to prepare students for technological advancements, aligning with the efforts to enhance workforce development in tech-driven fields. An executive order establishes a White House initiative to bolster HBCUs through private sector partnerships and professional development, while revoking a Biden-era HBCU initiative and terminating an advisory council. The order strengthens enforcement of laws requiring universities to disclose foreign gifts and contracts valued at $250,000 or more, with potential penalties like loss of federal funding for non-compliance. The orders aim to eliminate woke ideology by reforming university accreditation to prioritize merit and student outcomes, and revising K through 12 discipline policies to prohibit racially preferential practices, overturning previous Biden and Obama era guidance. All right, so here's a story we got from US Today, and just pretty much goes over what we just now was talking about. And here's a look at some of the measures the president announced at the White House. So the AI AI order that was reported by USA Today calls for the U.S. Education and Labor Departments to create avenues for high schools, AI courses, and certification programs, and collaborate with states to promote AI in education. Trump asked the Education Department to prioritize AI and discretionary grant programs for teacher training, the National Science Foundation to promote research on the use of AI in education, and the Labor Department to offer more AI-related apprenticeships. Trump's order prioritizes the integration of AI into schools to promote proficiency among youth. This is a big deal because AI seems to be where it's at. Trump said before he signed the order in the Oval Office. All right. So Trump is really rocking and rolling, man. Somebody told him that it's important to who is this? Who is this? This is one of the protesters that was kicked out. A protester disrupts Linda McMahon. Let me see here. Linda McMahon, President Donald Trump's nominee to be Secretary of Education, as she testifies during the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the protesters who are doing their thing, getting arrested for freedom, for the freedoms of the white and black man and the gay man, fighting for the gay man. All right, so far we've seen a white lady, a black lady, a white man, and hopefully the next person we see getting arrested is a black man. Come on, black man. Come on, black man. Come on, black man. Okay, Bernie is not a black man. He's not a black man either, but he is low-key throwing up a middle finger to somebody. They didn't catch that, but I caught it. I see what you're doing, sir. We see the middle finger, sir. Yeah, we do. Senator Bill Cassidy, we see it. So yeah, these things are going on, man. We haven't seen a black man being holed out, but we have seen it. So that's what's going on, man. Trump is trying to get us ready for AI. What's wrong with that? I don't see nothing wrong with that. These are the times we're in. Artificial intelligence. It is what it is. Shout out to you guys, man. Let me see what y'all are talking about. Because somebody said you guys are cracking me up. Let me see here. Okay, let me see. I'd rather be handcuffed and thrown into the sea than give Trump what he wants, said the Democrats. Yep, that's just how they feel. Shout out to John as well, man. Anybody who is who shows love to my family, they're a friend of mine, man. When I thank God for all of my blessings, When I thank God for my blessings, I always thank him for people who have me and my family's best interests at heart. That's definitely people who pray for me or who have a kind thought for me and my family. As long as my family are good, I'm good. You never pray for me or have a kind thought for me your entire life. But if you have a kind thought for my family, yo, we cool. We are cool. That's just how I am, man. Speaking of kind thoughts, have y'all heard what Trump said about Elon? Yeah, check this out right here. Man, he was showing him love, bro. He was showing him love. Shout out to Trump. Elon just now he shared this joint to his Twitter page, to his ex. I can't, bro, to his ex page. How do you say that? Like, I still say Twitter, bro. I still say Twitter. I know it's X. I know they didn't change, rebranded, and all that other stuff, but I still say X. I don't know if some of y'all still say X too, but I know I still say X. But I want y'all to check this out, man. Hit the like button. How many likes do we have so far, Blues? Shout out to Renee. What's up, Renee? Shout out to Renee, Suzanne, and Katarina. Yeah, I see y'all pulling up so y'all can help nannies take on the world. And Lisa Marie and Shane. Shout out to Shane. Shane was the very first person here this morning, so I got to make sure I shout out Shane. We got 265 likes, guys. Come on, man. We can do better than that. We got 525 people in here. We need to have at least 500 likes. Straight like that. All right, let's go and get into it. Hit the like button, guys. Let's go.
Thank you, sir. Elon Musk said he'll be stepping back from his work with DOGE a little bit and only dedicating maybe a day or two a week to it. How long would you like to see that continue, and how involved would you like to see him continue to be after?
Well, first of all, I can't speak more highly about any individual. He's an incredible guy. He's a brilliant guy. He's a wonderful person. I've seen him with his family. I've seen him with a lot of his children. He's got a lot of children. He treats them good. He loves his children. But he's a brilliant guy. And he was a tremendous help, both in the campaign and in what he's done with DOGE. And, you know, we're talking about almost $200 billion and rising fast, because many of the things that we were looking at are now being found out to be fact. It's terrible. I mean, the fraud, the waste, the abuse, the everything that's happened is just terrible. So I also know that he was treated very unfairly by I guess you'd call it the public, by some of the public, not by all of it. So he makes an incredible car, makes everything he does is good. But they took it out on Tesla. And I just thought it was so unfair, because he's trying to help the country. But he has helped the country. I also want him to make sure that he's going to be in great shape. And I know he is. I mean, he's going to do great. He loves the country. He didn't need to do this. He did it. And I told him, I said, you know, whenever you're ready, I'd like to keep him for a long time, but whenever you're ready, he's an exceptional guy. When you see those rockets go up and come back and land in the same gantry, nobody else can do that but this man. So he's just an incredible person, and he's a friend of mine, and he's a nice person too. He's a very nice person. He really helped the country, saved us a lot of money. And I heard him say that he'll start easing, he was always at this time going to ease out. And when he goes back to Tesla, that'll be taken care of. It's artificial. These were sick people that thought they were doing something. He's a great patriot, and it shouldn't be the way. That should never have happened to him. And I will tell you right now, he makes a great product. It's a great car. It's great everything. Starlink is great. What he does is good. He's doing medical things that are amazing. And we have to, at some point, let him go and do that. And we expect him to be doing it about this time. But I'll talk.
All right, so Trump is giving Elon his flowers, and he's not making up anything. Starlink, Tesla, X, many other things that he got his hands in. Going out of space, doing his research there. Like, this dude is doing some remarkable next level sugar honey iced tea. But you still have people who believe he's an idiot, who believe that he's not very smart. Like this young lady right here. I don't know if y'all know her or not, but she don't really have this. She don't share the same sentiments as Trump when it comes to Elon. You know who I'm talking about? I'm talking about this one right here.
We really don't know how much damage they're causing. Like when I tell you that the level of incompetence is almost like incomprehensible, it is so bad. And when you bring up the idiot known as Elon Musk,
the idiot known as Elon Musk. Could you please name one person living right now who is doing more than Elon Musk? I mean, and not saying that there aren't anybody, but I want to see who's on your list. I really want to see who's on her list. For some strange reason, I believe that if she's asked that question, she probably named Beyonce. Like she's one of those idiots, bro. She would probably name Beyonce. Jasmine Crockett, who do you think is doing as much or more than Elon Musk right now? As far as productivity, as far as using their brain and their team to do some things that have not been done before. Who would you say is doing something as big or bigger? She will more than likely say Beyonce. She might even say Kim Kardashian. Bro, she might say Kanye. Who knows? Who knows? She might say Shaquille O'Neal. You know, he does have a couple of chicken joints. He got like 40 chicken joints that he managed. Might even say 50 Cent. 50 Cent got a whole bunch of shows on Stars. He got some shows on HBO. Who else? Issa Rae. She's going to start to name actors and actresses and producers because she is in an idiotic bubble right now where she feels like, and this is her crowd, man. They clap when she says things like this. So what do y'all expect her to do? She's going to feed her people what they want. They want to hear stupidity, and she's going to feed them that on a platter. On a platter. Julia G, I'm sick of politicians that want to be influencers and not help we, the people. Then you're definitely sick of Jasmine Crockett.
He is not only like very sinister and has no idea of what he's doing. And people are like, oh no, he absolutely knows because he's the richest man in the world. Like, yes, he knows how to hire smart people, but don't conflate that and believe that he is the genius because he ain't.
Don't conflate that and believe that he is the genius because he ain't. See, this is why I always got to pull Mika off your ass, Jasmine Crockett, because you expose yourself. You say the silliest things and you stand on it. And I don't get it. Young lady, I really don't get it. What have you done in comparison to Elon Musk? I really would like to know that. I would love to know that. Forget you naming your heroes and idols like Kim Kardashian and Beyonce. I want to hear what have you done in your career that's noteworthy enough to stand next to Elon. You can't even breathe that man's air, like literally. What have you created? What teams have you put together to create some amazing things? Like we always throwing stones at other people who are doing better things and greater things and bigger things than us. But since we surround ourselves around a poop ton of minions that would just be agreeable and nod their head and clap like damn seals, we just say the most idiotic things and we keep it going. Oh, they clapping. I must be saying something that's good. They clapping. I must be saying something good. Let me tell you something else. Elon Musk has like 13 kids. I don't know how many kids he has. 13, 15, 17, 19, 28, 32. I don't know how many kids he has, but I do know this. He is starting families. He is making babies. He is connecting the way that Americans have stopped connecting. What are you doing with regards to your relationships? You're 44 years old and you're single with no children What's happening to the seed that's being shot inside you from all of your randoms that you entertain? If I'm stepping out of line, please feel free to correct me, because I'm not going to assume that you're Virgin Mary and you're not having sex. You are having, you're having relations. But what's happening to that seed? Is being wrapped up in the condom and thrown in the trash? Are the men trying to marry you? Like, what's going on with you? Elon Musk is starting families. Elon Musk is starting companies. He's hiring thousands of people. Elon Musk is helping presidents get elected. What are you doing? You didn't help Kamala get elected. You made matters worse. What have you done? That's all I want to know. Like, sometimes the loudest people in the room just need to be the F quiet. You just need to be the F quiet, bro. All I want to know is, what has Jasmine Crockett done? Guys, could y'all let me know in the chat one thing, one positive thing, even if it has to do with her job. One thing that you know that she has done. Could you let me know that?
And so he has inflicted so much harm and done so much that even Trump don't want to talk about it. When the last time you heard about Elon?
Not today. I just now played a video today of Trump praising Elon. When is the last time you heard about Elon? I don't know. And he's just going to agree like a damn dummy.
Much. You don't see him that much.
No. We ain't been hearing about him.
You think Trump is distancing himself from Elon
Yeah,
Musk?
because as soon as people started to look at his ratings, right? Like, he continues to have these failing ratings. So now they're like, oh, get rid of Elon. But
baby girl, Democrats are at their lowest ratings ever. Lowest ratings ever. You guys are doing horribly by the Democrats. You're doing horribly. Also, you and many others on the left were trying to ignore, deny, and lie. Just blatantly lie about President Biden's ratings. This dude had the lowest ratings of any president in like 30 years. But y'all kept trying to deny it. It's ridiculous to depend on people like this for the truth. And that's the only reason why I'm talking about this. Like, it's very difficult to depend on people like this. Jasmine Crockett, Jimmy Kimmel, you name, the list goes on and on. But all I want to know is, you're 44 years old. What have you done? What's your legacy? Other than stacking chips, making money. Because she went to school, became an attorney. She has a father that's a judge. She grew up privileged. Nothing wrong with that. Your father did exactly what he was supposed to do. Your mother and father did exactly what they were supposed to do. Make sure that you live the American dream. You did exactly that. And then when you get older, all you do is piss and moan about the American dream not existing. That's all you do. You say what's up is down and what's down is up. You say what's right is wrong and what's wrong is right. That's the party that you represent. And now all we want to know is, let's not even talk about what you think about things or your emotions or any of that. Let's just talk about, what have you done? What have you done to even put yourself in a position to speak on Elon's name? What have you done in comparison to Trump at the age of 44? Like, let's just talk about the age comparisons. At the age of 44, what have you done in comparison to Trump? At the age of 44, what have you done in comparison to Elon? You can't even hold their shoes, let alone put them on. Come on, bro.
let me tell you, the stench ain't getting off of you, Trump, honey. Like, you are a problem. He is a problem. Pete is a problem. All of y'all a problem. So, yeah.
That's dumb as hell. And they just start busting out clapping. And look at her face. Look at her face. Her face is just like, yep, I just now killed it. Look at that face right there. Yep, I just killed it, didn't I? I just killed it. This is going to be something that we can spread all over the internet. Yep, I just killed it. Yeah, I just killed it. Come on, you ain't just killed nothing but that damn skunk on your head. I just killed it. Get the hell out of here. Look at that face, though. The face is just saying, her face is saying, look, I killed it. I just now killed this show. Yes, I did. They're some idiots, man. They clapping because they were told to clap. But this is what's happening, man. They're trying to be against Trump at every turn. And that's exactly what they're doing. All right. I try to take up for Jasmine Crockett, man. I try to take up for her. I really do. I really do. Jared says something to you. Jared says, looks like she smells a fart. Do she? Let me see. Does she look like she smells a fart? Yeah, she definitely looked like she smells a fart. Like maybe it was Jimmy. Maybe it's coming from her lips. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Let me see here. If she smelled my shirt, she'd be smiling. Her eyelashes would be like going wild right now because she would be enamored by my scent. The smell is the weave. She busts up in the building and she just goes in as she should. The smell is the weave, and the weave is the smell. It smells like when you her weave probably smell like when you wash clothes and you do not put them in the dryer for a while, and then they start to get all that mildewy smell, and she still decide to, instead of rewashing the clothes, she'll dry them bad boys and have them smell like hot mildewy smell. Then she go ahead and iron them and put them on and wear them to work. Yeah, but she smells something. Thank you for the super chat, Mika. I appreciate you. All right. In other news, go talk about the wildfires in New Jersey. In New Jersey Pine Barrens. I'm expected to grow before it's contaminated. I mean, it's contained. Not sure why these things are happening, but the scientists are working on it. So we're gonna go and pull this joint up, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button, gang. I don't know if y'all hit the like button yet. We had 257 likes before. We need to do better than that. And y'all know it. We need to do better than that. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We need to do better than that. All right. I told y'all we got 600 people up in here. We should have 600 likes. All we're trying to do is hit daggone 2 million likes. We're just trying to hit 2 million likes. That's it. That's it. We just want to hit 2 million likes. Just trying to hit 2 million likes. Trying to hit 2 million likes. So we are here now. New Jersey is in the middle of a forest fire that's not stopping, not slowing down. This is nasty, man. This is nasty. Nasty indeed. The Jones Road wildfire which began on April 22nd, my baby girl birthday, 2025, in Barnegat Township, Ocean County, New Jersey, rapidly grew to burn over 13,250 acres, making it one of the largest wildfires in the state in nearly 20 years. The fire prompted the evacuation of approximately 5,000 residents in Ocean and Lacey Townships, with shelters established at Southern Regional High School and Manchester Township High School to accommodate evacuees, including those with pets. You got to save the dogs, man. Save your dogs and your cats and your hamsters. The wildfire forced the closure of a 17-mile stretch of the Garden State Parkway, one of New Jersey's busiest highways between Barnegat and Lacey townships. Though it was reopened by Wednesday morning, April 23rd, 2025. Jersey Central Power and Light cut power to about 25,000 customers to ensure firefighter safety. And while power was restored by Wednesday evening, the fire threatened 1,320 structures and destroyed at least one business in Lacey Township. By Wednesday, yesterday evening, April 23rd, the fire was 50% contained, with firefighters using backfiring operations, air tankers, and helicopters to combat the blaze, which was expected to grow until forecasted rain arrived later in the week. So hopefully they get some rain, but who knows? This joint is going crazy. Now, I do realize that what I just now read to you said that it's been 50% contained, but when we look at this chart right here, and this chart was created, I believe, yesterday, so this probably needs updating. But it says percentages of contained over in the left-hand corner, 40%. Acres burned, 12.5 thousand. Dang. Sheesh. Ranking number 3 of 62 fires, which is nuts. Personnel assigned, 110 people have been assigned to this. People inside parameter, almost 53,000 people are in that area. Homes inside of that area, almost 22,000. All right. The median home value is between 290K and 444K. All right, pretty nice size homes, pretty large homes, pretty large homes. Nice size family homes. Officials said the fire is believed to be the second worst in the last 2 decades, smaller only than a 2007 blaze that burned 26 square miles, 67 square kilometers. So that's where we are right now, man. This bad boy is growing while they're trying to kill it. They're trying to get rid of it, get it back down, but we don't know. We don't know how these things work, man. Like they just going to keep going and keep going and keep going. Shout out to AP. This is where I got the news for this story. Make sure y'all are praying for these people. Like it may not seem like much. Like we haven't heard about any people dying yet or anything like that, but like could you imagine losing your home? Could you imagine that? From a fire? All of your belongings, all of your memories, your investment is gone, bro. So yeah, make sure y'all say a prayer for these individuals, man. For real. Say a prayer for them. And thank y'all again for pulling up. Did I ask how many likes we have? Because I don't know. How many likes do we have? Where we at right now? Yeah, I think it was arson. Gang fires. Rather see my home burn than all my animals. Okay. 444 likes. 447, 444. Okay, that's cool. We got 573 people up in here. 449. Hit the like button, gang. All right, cool. That's a good. All right, thank you for the numbers, guys. I appreciate it. All right, so 12 Democratic states are suing Trump. Yeah, you heard it right. 12 Democratic states are suing Trump. They are trying their best to stop this man from doing his job, man. They are trying their best. They're like, yo, he's moving too fast. He's getting these executive orders in and he's actually executing. They're going after this and they're going after that. We need to make sure we stop him. Like, what's going on? They hate losing, bro. They hate losing. This guy right here, man. This guy right here, he don't like Trump at all, but he's a pretty cool guy. I met him when I was at a party one time at the New York Stock Exchange building. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. All right, so let's see what this is about. All right, so a coalition of 12 Democrat governed states: Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Maine, Minnesota, Nevada, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, and Vermont. They all filed lawsuits in the U.S. Court of International Trade to block President Trump international trade tariffs, arguing that only Congress has the authority to impose them. The lawsuit contends that Trump's tariffs enacted through executive orders under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEEPA, are unconstitutional because they bypass congressional approval, which the state argues is required for such trade policies. The state claims that Trump's tariffs, many of which are not yet in effect, have introduced significant economic uncertainty, potentially increasing consumer prices as companies pass on higher costs, and could harm state economies, with California separately estimating billions in revenue losses. Trump announced the tariffs on April 2nd, 2025, calling it Liberation Day, asserting they address national emergencies like trade deficits, illegal immigration, and drug trafficking, and will encourage domestic manufacturing and reduce reliance on income taxes. The Trump administration defends the tariffs as legal under IEEPA to address national emergencies. But critics, including the suing states and other groups like small businesses, argue they overstep presidential authority, while a recent court ruling upheld the tariffs against a small business challenge. So that's where we are right now. People are trying to get Trump up out of here when it comes to these tariffs, bro. Like, they are pissed. Here's Trump right here. Let me go ahead and mute this because I already know it's going to run a commercial first. So let me play this before the commercial runs. Oh, actually, it just played it. Wow, get out of here. It's not running the commercial. Get out of here. Okay, let me go and cut this on, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Hit the like button if you haven't already.
45% is very high, and it won't be that high. Not going to be that high. It got up to there. We were talking about fentanyl, where, you know, various elements built it up to 145. No, it won't be anywhere near that high. It'll come down substantially, but it won't be zero. It used to be zero. We were just destroyed. China was taking us for a ride, and just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We're going to be very good to China, have a great relationship with President Xi, but they would make billions and billions and billions of dollars a year, and they would build their military out of the United States and what they made. So that won't happen, but they're going to do very well.
I'm sorry. I just now read. Hey Shane, I just now read this, and I was trying to listen to the story, but when I read this, I was like, bro, that's exactly what I was looking for. Like, the name, I think I already have a name. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I think I already have a name. Monday, I'm going to put the name out there, and it's going to be fire. It's going to be John Blaze. It's going to blow your mind. But I was thinking about the papers. It's wild that you were saying that, man, because I think it's so daggone. I don't know. I was thinking about that. I'm just going to keep it with that. I was thinking about just that, Shane. So thank you, man. That's hilarious. I'm not too well versed on all this other stuff. I'm just now learning about it. This from Denver. So a coalition of Democrat governed states is suing to halt President Donald J. Trump's international trade tariffs, arguing only Congress has the power to levy them. Now, the lawsuit filed in the U.S. Court of International Trade says Trump's tariffs, many of which have not yet come into force, have injected massive uncertainty into the nation's economy. So Trump argues that tariffs will make United States rich enough to reduce its reliance on income taxes. In general, tariffs are passed along to customers or consumers when companies increase selling prices to cover their costs. April 23rd, suit was brought by Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Maine, Minnesota, Nevada, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, and Vermont. California filed a separate lawsuit over the tariffs earlier this month. Many of those same states have also sued Trump over other executive actions, from international student visa cancellations to federal funding halts. Now, today, Colorado is standing up against President Trump's recessionary tariff tax increase, which has been disastrous and is jeopardizing both U.S. leadership and the world economy, says Colorado Governor Jared Polis said in a statement. He also said, "We will do everything we can legally to prevent tariffs that are bad for business and all Americans." My thing is, let the president do his damn job, bro. Let him do his job. These companies have been posing tariffs on us for a long damn time, taking advantage of us for a long time. And no president said anything about it. As a matter of fact, no president has done anything about it. Presidents have been saying something about it for a long time. I showed a video not too long ago of President Obama, talking about how we have been taking advantage of different countries. I accidentally call them companies because that's actually what I think of them as, companies. All right. But other countries have been posing tariffs on us for a long time, and we just never got our lick back. Ross Perot was talking about this during the time where he was talking about how we are horrible at putting ourselves in a powerful position with regard to tariffs around the world. And we just accept anything because we're the superpower. We help everybody. We fund everybody. We protect everybody. And we still boost the GDP and the economy of many other countries. Like, all we do is spend and take care of other countries and protect other countries with our military. At some point, shouldn't we dial that back and focus on us? At some point, shouldn't we get our money back? I mean, I'm just saying, at some point, we should get back in the game. At some point, we should stop being suckers. At some point, we should really understand and recognize that we are the main superpower. We are the most powerful nation in the world. I'm believing that a lot of these governors and a lot of these people they're just fearful and they some suckers, and all they want to do is cry about, oh, what if the prices go up for the American citizens, and what if this company does this and this company does that? Let me tell you something. Prices are going to go up regardless. That's just the way of the world, man. Prices for services and products are going up. That's just what happens over the year. I mean, that's just what happens. Back in the day, what could $1 do for you when you was a kid or a teenager? Think about back in the day, man. How far $5 would take you? How far $10 would take you? Think about that. Now you think about today, and because of our own ways of living, because we want more and we want to do more and we want to have more, we've become gluttonous. We've become more selfish. We've become entitled. We've become spoiled. We've become arrogant. So many things that we have done to ourselves. And it made us weak. It made us weak. Like we can't even course correct and take a hit in our pocketbook for a moment just to make sure that we position ourselves in the future, the near future, so we can be fine. People need to grow the hell up, man. At some point, we need to take a hit too. so that we can course correct, get back on the right path. But while we're trying to do that, nah, man, these people are so used to that gravy train, man. They depend on that gravy train. They want to be able to take advantage of people and companies in the country. They want to be able to use and abuse us so that they can stack their own wallets and bank accounts at our expense. And at the same time, they don't care that these other countries are positioning themselves to potentially go toe-to-toe with us. I don't want no other country to be able to go toe-to-toe with us. I'm sorry, that's just me. That's just me, man. And why do we continue to try to appease these other countries anyway? Bro, they only care about themselves. These foreigners, they come here, bro. They start companies. They buying property, starting families, becoming citizens, getting all of the benefits of an American citizen, and then go right back to their country and bring more people over to do the same thing over again. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. And we support that. We're paying crazy tariffs to every other company, every other country. I keep calling them companies. I mean country, but I also mean company. We're funding them, financing them to the point where they started doing their own commercials and snitching on big brands and luxury brands. They're calling themselves snitching and all that other stuff, which has dialed back a bit. It's dialed back. Order directly from us and we'll remove the tariff. Order directly from us. You can order a $5,000 Michael Kors bag, because that's probably the most expensive bag out there, the Michael Kors bag or the Dooney and Burke bag. Buy a $5,000 Michael Kors bag directly from China for $5. And they'll even throw in 40 pairs of shoes. The hell out of here, bro. I don't know how y'all trust them. Thank you so much for the super chat, Bushido 1320. I hate these politicians, Democrat or Republican, that see the change and want to stand in the way. I really don't like the voters who still on the Democrats. Not a peep about eggs, oil, gas anymore. I'm now confident we are heading in the right direction. I believe so too. But guess what? I already thought that when I went to the polling booth to vote. All of this crying and whining and bad news and these people, these fake ass economists trying to act like they know better than everybody else. If you know better, then why didn't you do better already? If you know better, why weren't you encouraging President Biden to impose tariffs on these other countries that were taking advantage of us for so long? If you know better, they always know. They don't know sugar honey iced tea. They think they know. They don't know a damn thing. They're always guessing, and they always the first in line to take advantage of other people's losses. These economists are having a field day right now. They want to see things go left so that they can buy low and sell high. They love it. To them, they're already set up. They're straight. They're good. This is a game on our backs. They don't realize that things are moving in the right direction. The more that they make noise about it and say, oh, it's a catastrophe, things are horrible, things are looking bad, what's going to happen? The valuation of certain stocks and bonds and crypto will start to go down because everybody's thinking that we're facing a catastrophe. And then the economists or the people that got money in the bank to play the game, they start buying everything. As soon as all of the numbers go down, as soon as all the prices go down, they start buying. Bim, extremely bullish. Because they know that things are not going in the wrong direction. They know that things are going in the right direction. But they're trying to trick y'all out of your spots and out of your wallets. That's what they're trying to do. They want you to sell everything, sell your stocks, sell this, sell that. They want you to do that. I will say hold on to it. And I'm not even a money man, but I'll be paying attention because one day I want to have some money. One day I want to have me some money. Trying to make sure I have me some change in the bank so I can do some great things. But they're trying to trick y'all out y'all spot. Don't let them, man. Don't let them. Don't let them. Don't let them. Don't let them trick y'all out y'all spot. For real. Mika, thank you so much for the super chat, Mika. Van, look up what Iceland did to get rid of banks. What, right now? Do my Googles right now? I will. I'm going to make sure I look into it. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And Michael Bach. I'm just going to call you Michael Bach because I don't know how to pronounce your last name, so I'm not even going to try. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let that man do his job, bro. They're not trying to let Trump do his job. And I don't like that. I don't like that, man. They some suckers, for real. But they're taking advantage. Do not fall for it, guys. I promise you, do not fall for it. Don't fall for it. They're trying to trick people out of their spots. So I know I keep on talking about this, and I gotta mention this one more time. All right. So how many of you guys listen to Shannon Sharpe? How many of you know who he is? Just let me know with a thumbs up if you know who he is. If thumbs down if you don't know who Shannon Sharpe is. All right. Let me know if you know who Shannon Sharpe is. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. We got 8,000 likes yet? Do we have 8,000 likes yet, man? We need to have 8,000 likes. See, y'all playing with me. Y'all playing with me. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. There's no right or wrong answer whether you know him or not. All right, so only reason why I bring him up is because of this. He's going through a scandal right now. A young girl, you know what I mean? She was 19 years old when they were engaged. She's 20 years old now. Her name is Gabby Zuniga. She is a popular OnlyFans girl. Apparently her body is freaking phenomenal. And he fell into the trap. But Katt Williams was on his show, and Katt Williams, when Shannon Sharpe interviewed Katt Williams tried to warn him. He tried to warn him. This lady accused Shannon Sharpe of rape, of assault, and she is suing him for upwards of $50 million. Shannon Sharpe already offered her $10 million. She turned that down. Check this out.
Want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, Katt.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth.
Now, obviously, they're focusing on white women. The focus is not on white women. The focus is on women, period. The focus is on these young girls who put their bodies and their likeness in front of these guys who got money and prestige and status. And they say, if you give me a little bit of that money or a little bit of that, that body, because they want the dangling too, they will give you, whatever you want, whatever favors that you want. Right? And this ended up biting him in the ass. Here's another one of his interviews where he interviewed a comedian by the name of Monique. This is what she said to him on the show. Everybody was trying to let him know that these red flags are pointing toward you being taken advantage of but he never listened.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs. Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. Dang. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he thought I was going to be scared.
Now, this is the reason why this is important, is because this is the truth. He's over there laughing and kikiing and hooping and hollering and thinking that, man, you are over there saying some funny stuff. You got me going. Like, I'm gonna let you keep going. You're a comedian. You killing it on my show. You saying some funny stuff. The whole time he's doing, you know what I mean? He probably can't wait to finish up with that damn interview so he can call his little small side, his little side piece, and let her know
was accused
and let her know that he wants some more of whatever he got earlier in the day. Young rappers, young women rappers, they love this guy. They love this guy. Shannon Sharpe, only reason, I mean, they look at him as Unc. And just in case you guys don't know, it's like a trend nowadays, and it's probably always been a trend, but I know today is a trend. These young girls want to have them an OG. They want to have them a sugar daddy, is what they call it. They want to be sugar babies. The sugar daddy, somebody that feed them dingling and pay them handsomely. Send them cash apps and purchase them stuff and take them on trips, fly them out to different places and just throw meat inside of them. That's what they want, so that they can set themselves up for a bigger payday. And that's exactly what happened to Shannon Sharpe. But of course, the black and white thing is still a thing. And as you can clearly see, Dr. Umar is going to address this. How many of you guys know Dr. Umar? Yeah, I'm sure y'all love Dr. Umar, don't you? Listen to what he has to say to Shannon Sharpe. I don't agree with it, but I think it's funny.
Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother. Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother, on one condition. I'm getting text messages from all over the African universe telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm getting text messages telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm going to stand with my uncle Shannon Sharpe. I'm going to stand with my uncle Shannon Sharpe. I'm going to stand with Uncle Shay Shay on one condition. Uncle Shay Shay, no more snow bunnies after this scandal. If you cannot promise me that you will never seek the company of another snow bunny, I cannot stand with you. Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Shay Shay.
So I'm not going to play the whole thing, but basically what he's saying is, I think that you didn't do it, but I'm only going to stand with you on this issue if you promise to me that you will no longer have sex with white women. Now, just going to let y'all know this. Although Dr. Umar Johnson, he considers himself to be King Kong consciousness, the new KKK is what he called himself. You know, the Pan-African warrior, the guy that, you know, stands for Pan-Africanism. Black is the best thing since sliced bread. That's what he promotes. What he's doing is another disservice. He could be honest. He can be real about what he's saying. He can understand that his platform is a little bigger than he give credit. And he can let Shannon Sharpe know and other people who are in his position know that you work too hard to get there. You need to grow the hell up and stop allowing people to trick you out your damn spot. Whether they're black, white, Mexican, Asian, it does not matter. But instead of him giving him that message, he decided to be a comedian. He decides to take advantage of this opportunity to make his name bigger. That's all he's doing. So that he can appear on somebody's show and talk about Pan-Africanism and why black people need to stick together and why being with a white woman and how a lot of his DMs are filled with white women that look sexy and got bodies and all this other stuff. But he won't go there because he loved his black people so much. He loved his black women so much. He loved his black women so much that he never married one. He loved his black women so much that he has 2 baby mothers, and he's not doing anything for either of the children, to a point where one of the girls, and if I'm out of pocket, please let me know. I'm sure some of you probably already know the story, but one of his daughters, who is also trying to make a name for herself, did a long video on TikTok talking about this dude never came to my birthday parties. He never came to any school events. He never reached out to me. But he's out there trying to lift up a nation. He's trying to build a nation, saying that black fathers are important, saying that black men are important. But he never connected with his daughter. Please make that make sense. And I'm a father before anything. Like, I will stand on that. Like, God, sometimes you can get into something with people where you talk about strength, like you bragging and boasting about how strong you are, how smart you are, how much money you got, how many girls you got, you know, all of the places you've been. Like, you just bragging and popping your collar about different things. When it comes to this father thing, that's when I get there. I can stand with the best of them, toe to toe. Let's talk about it. Because being a father is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. So whenever I see somebody who considers themselves to be above the fray, to be the voice of all black men, yet you're just going around the world on a world tour, just collecting checks to speak at high schools and graduations and to speak on podcasts and act like you have the embetterment of a race and of a people top of mind, or, you know, at the forefront of your heart, and you really do not, because your life does not match that whatsoever, bro, be gone. Miss me with that. But this is all a joke for Dr. Umar. He's just having fun. He don't care about no Shake Shop. He don't care about no Shannon Sharpe falling to a scandal. He don't care about that. And to keep it a buck, neither do I. Neither do I, because you got 50 million, you got enough money in the bank where you can pay out an OnlyFans girl $10 million. You must have done something that you don't want the world to talk about. You trying to hush her up with 10 million? Do you know how much you got to have on somebody for them to be like, okay, cool. Whatever, man, take this 10 million. I'm going to have my lawyer draft up a document that says that you cannot talk about this. We're going to give you this money as long as you be quiet. If anybody does that, they're trying to hide something. If I ever told my wife, babe, I ain't do nothing with that lady, I don't know what you're talking about. I just offered her $10 million to be quiet, so she don't embarrass you in public, babe. Shit, I'm not giving nobody $10. 10 million? You did it. Whatever they're claiming that you did it. $10 million? You did it, bro. Just saying. And this ain't no Gene Carroll type of situation. It's not the same. So don't try to compare the two. Because I know some of y'all Democrats, some of y'all liberals will be like, well, I know somebody who paid somebody some money. It's not the same. It's not the same. There aren't attorneys all over the world, all over the United States going after Shannon Sharpe. You know what I mean? This is one little white girl with an amazing body, by the way, because I seen the pictures. So I see how he felt for I see how he felt for it, but I just would hope that he will be smarter, man. That's just I just hope that he will be smarter. But he has not been. Larry, Angelo, first time listener. It seems you really care for your people. I do, man. I do. I care for all people. Like, that's just me, man. I didn't before. There was a moment in my life where if you did not have the same melanin as me, I did not care about anybody that was not black. That's what you're taught. You're taught to appreciate your people and your people only, the people that look like you, that grew up around your neighborhood, and watch the same TV shows you watch the same comedians you watch, listen to the same comedians, watch the same movies you watch, listen to the same music, are part of the same culture, so to speak. Yeah, that was me, 1,000%. 1,000%. I was going through my YouTube videos of me doing reactions earlier on. 2 to 3 years ago, I was doing videos wearing my Nat Turner shirt that just says nah. And if you don't know who Nat Turner is, feel free to do your Googles. Do your Googles, baby. Do your Googles. 1320 Bushido. He ain't falling to no trap. She's 20 now. He's 56. He got kicked off CBS for the same accusations. It's not a race thing. He's a Bama and he's ignorant. I got a daughter and this pisses me off. Same here, brother. Same here, brother. I was talking to my daughter yesterday. And we're going to argue when I see her. We're going to argue. That's my baby. Very high performer, engineering student, doing her thing, working, getting her own money, tutoring on the side, getting extra money. She's doing her thing. But she loved hip hop culture. She loved hip hop culture. She loved the Meg Thee Stallions and the Cardis and the Nicki Minaj's and the Sexy Reds and all of those people. You name them, she loved them. She loved that culture. And I'm just praying that my baby is protected while she's figuring it out for herself. But she's very respectable when it comes to dating, how she communicates to her other students or to other adults around teachers, educators, and whatnot. And she's also a super Democrat, young person that's a Democrat. Thomas Sowell said, if you're young and you're not liberal, then you have no heart. If you're old and you're not conservative, then you have no brain. He said that's just a natural run of things. And I believe that. When you're young, you want everybody to be involved. You want everyone to receive an award or certificate for participation. You don't want anybody to seem like they're being kept out for their race or their sex or anything, whether they can't produce or they can't do anything. When you're young, you don't care about any of that because you haven't thought about any of that. Nor do you want to. You just want everything to be fair. And as a very young child, for all of my children, my 19-year-old all the way up into my 28-year-old, shout out to Naya, who just now turned 28 2 days ago, I always taught them that life is not fair. So y'all need to go ahead and, I don't know, don't remove it from your vocabulary, but life is not fair. But people don't understand that until they live longer. And I just pray that they live long enough to learn from their own mistakes and whatnot, and they are able to do some remarkable things and establish their own legacy. Because I'm certain that the same exact things that concern me about my children are the same exact things that they will not allow in their own households because of how their mom and dad brought them up. So that's how I look at this. Shay Sharpe, you are in it, bro. You are in it. And I don't feel bad about it. Thank you so much for the super chat, guys. Larry and 1320, Bushido and Michael, appreciate you. Mika, no, that's business. It makes it go away. Oh yeah, that's I listen. That 10. You talking about the $10 million? Are you talking about the $10 million? The $10 million that makes it go away. Shannon, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate you. Sergeant Sweet Tea, don't be talking about Bama. Roll Tide. We wear the title proud down here. I know some of you Northerners look at it as an insult, brother, but I'm from Bama. LMAO. Listen, we do use Bama a lot. Like when we talk about Bamas, we talk about people who are off-brand, people who are weird, people who are, just out of touch. We just want to talk about them. I'm still called to listen. If your country, we calling you a Bama. If you're not dressing like everybody else, we calling you a Bama. If you not talking like everybody else, it's a hive mind, bro. We calling you a Bama. It's just weird. But shout out to, I love when people talk about to Alabama State, I believe it's Alabama State, or it's not Alabama State, it's University of Alabama, I believe. And y'all talk about Roll Tide and it's football season. I love it. I love the spirit that you guys have. I love that y'all have that tradition that when somebody say Roll Tide, you automatically know who they talking about. So yeah, shout out to y'all, man. That's dope. I've never been like that for anything except for if it was connected to my kids. That's it. My own schooling or teams that I was a part of, I wasn't even fully connected like that. But when my daughter was on a team and she's cheering or competing in gymnastics, or JoJo is playing basketball, or Javen or Naya is playing piano. I'm playing tennis against another school. Whatever school that they represent, I'm on it. Merch, everything. I'm dressed up and I'm repping it. Van Jr., he competed in piano. You know what I mean? And mixed martial arts. But yeah. Shout out to you all for joining me this morning, man. Y'all are so dope. For real. Thank y'all so much, man. All right, so we got a couple more stories that we're going to go ahead and talk about. All right, Trump's trade war and annexation threats have upended Canada. All right, so we're going to go ahead and talk about that for a minute. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you have not already. All right, make sure you hit that like button if you have not already. We probably got 7,000 likes yet. Yeah, hopefully we got 7,000 likes. Also, I know I talk about family a lot over here. That's because that's what's most important to me, God and family. But do me a favor, man. Make sure that y'all cover y'all family with prayers and love at all times, and try not to ever fall out with each other, man. Like, I know that that's impossible to do, to not fall out with family, because that's going to happen time, but just don't make it something that could last forever. You know what I mean? Just make it fixable. You know what I mean? Redirect that energy into something positive that works for the entire family, man. We got to think about our future, because when we're old as hell, we already know, most of us already know that nobody's coming to save us, that we got to do it ourselves. Most of us already know that just from experience alone. So that's the importance of making sure that we hold on to our village. We hold on to our family. We let them know that, okay, you voted for Kamala, I voted for Trump. But what you're not going to do is stop talking to me because I voted for Trump. That's dumb. Miss me with that. Even if we got to argue every time we see each other, so be it. So be it. So be it. I don't give a damn. We need to grow the hell up and be able to have these conversations, because we are a unit. We are a unit, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat, douche. Be nice until it's time not to be nice. Absolutely. 1000%. And I will say this, your thumbnail comes from one of my most favorite Jim Carrey movies of all time, Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber is my favorite joint. I mean, well, one of my favorites. Cable Guy is my favorite. Truman Show is one of my favorites as well. But Dumb and Dumber. Oh, yeah. And Me, Myself, and Irene. If you get an opportunity, guys, I have to say this, and I know I always go off the rails when it comes to this. If you get an opportunity this week, I want you to watch something with your families, man. Either watch Norbit, an Eddie Murphy movie, Norbit, with your families, or Me, Myself, and Irene, an Eddie Murphy movie. Yo, you're going to thank me later. I promise you. You will thank me later. All right, let's get into it. Thank you so much for the super chat, douche, Elias. All right, so U.S. President Donald J. Trump's trade war and annexation threats have upended Canada's election and improved the fortunes of the Liberal Party, which could win a fourth consecutive term in power next week. The Liberals and the country's new Prime Minister, Mark Carney, looked headed for a crushing defeat in Monday's election until the American president started attacking Canada's economy and even threatening its sovereignty, including suggesting it becomes the 51st state, which it should. Trump's dumping on Canada has infuriated its people and stoked a surge in Canadian nationalism that has helped the Liberals flip the election narrative. I understand how they go, and I'm glad they came together. As a country, they need to come together. Whatever can pull them together, they need to do that. United States people, we need to do the same thing, man. We need to come together too. Trump has immersed himself into our lives and has defined the ballot question. Former Quebec Premier Jean Charest said, what Trump has done is shed light on who we are. Even separatists in French-speaking Quebec are very much aligned with other Canadians in defending the country and responding very firmly to the fact that we're not going to be the 51st state. Damn Trump and damn MAGA. And any MAGA-ite, any MAGA nigga that say that we should be the 51st state can kiss my white Canadian ass. That's not me saying that. That's written right here. Let me scroll up, get away from it so it's not stuck on the screen. The opposition Conservative Party's leader, Pierre Poilievre, hoped to make the election referendum on former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, whose popularity declined toward the end of his decade in power as food and housing prices rose and immigration surged. But Trump attacked. Trudeau resigned, and Carney, a two-time central banker, became the Liberal Party's leader and prime minister. We were looking at a scenario where the Conservatives were going to rake in a huge majority, said Charest, a conservative. Here we are months later in another world. Trump's trade war and attacks have led Canadians to cancel trips to the U.S. and refuse to buy American goods. And it might have contributed to record early voting, with 7.3 million Canadians casting ballots before Election Day. Carney said the 80-year period when the U.S. embraced the mantle of global economic leadership and forced alliances rooted in trust and respect is done, son. It's over. The key question in this election is who is the best to respond that. Okay. I don't know what the hell that means. The key question in this election is who is the best to respond that. Who will stand up to President Trump? Poilievre, a career politician and firebrand populist, has campaigned with Trump like bravado, even taking a page from the America First president by adopting the slogan Canada First. But his similarities in style to Trump might cost him. In a mid-January poll by Nanos, liberals trailed the Conservative Party by 47% to 20%. In the latest Nanos poll that ended on April 23rd, the liberals led by 4 percentage points. The January poll had a margin of error of 3.1 points, while the latest poll had a 2.7 point margin. Until a few months ago, Poilievre was seen as a shoo-in to become the next prime minister and shepherd the conservatives back into power for the first time in a decade. Ian Brody, a former chief of staff to conservative Prime Minister Stephen Harper, said it's frustrating that this year's conservative campaign plan had to change so drastically. At least 40% of the electorate is just petrified about the continued existence of the country, Brody said. In a sense, it is a once-in-a-lifetime lineup of forces that works against everything Pierre been doing since he got himself into politics. Brody said a conservative win will be tough, and that the party situation might not improve anytime soon, noting support for a small progressive party. The new Democrats has been shrinking for years, making it a two-party struggle. If you are into two-party competition for the foreseeable future, then you have to be much closer to the center of the political spectrum than the conservatives have been, Brody said. That means there is going to be a deeper rethinking of conservative campaign strategy, including choice of leader. So basically, they are tired of y'all sugar honey iced tea. The liberals were getting their tails beat and handed to them, and now they've been able to pull together in a joined hatred for Trump and Americans who want to say that they should be considered as the 51st state, and they are not having it. And guess what? I don't have no issue with it. Let them do them. Let them do them. Caveman, I'm with you. The caveat is I'm not Canadian, so really ain't my business. I'm with you 100%. They can kick rocks in their socks. I don't care, son. I don't care. Go do y'all thing. Elect whoever the hell y'all want to elect. We still gonna whoop y'all ass. Right? And don't make us stop protecting you either. Because we'll take away the guardrails. We'll back up. Don't make us do it. This morning thing is actually pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. Hopefully you guys are too. All right. In other news, all right. So El Salvador is there. Apparently, they have been ordered to return the second migrant deported to El Salvador. We got something queued up for that. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. I see y'all chatting back and forth. I'm trying to pay attention to. I'm trying to see. Here's the thing. Shout out to Treebeard. But this brother got me reading early in the morning. I'm talking about reading. And I usually don't like to say big words before 12 noon. I like to give my mind enough time during the day to get ready for big words. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? Shout out to Canada, though. Listening while my bathroom is being torn apart. Hey, congratulations on your new bathroom. Sound like somebody is getting the bathroom done. Let's go, brother Josh. And real quick, before we go into this next story about the judge ordering 2 migrants deported to El Salvador be returned, or before we get into that, I want to let y'all know that this YouTube coaching stuff is actually going way better than I thought it would. People are getting more from it than I thought they would. And I would love for you to be a part of that. If you're considering doing content creation on any level, if you have ideas, but you don't know how to execute on those ideas, make sure you reach out to me. The best way to do it is to get the course inside of the YouTube descriptions right below this video, my descriptions on YouTube. If you're watching on X, then I can send it to you. Or if you're watching on Twitch, I can send it to you. But get the course. Join our Facebook group. Come to some of our group calls. I promise you, you will not regret it. All right, let's go and jump into it, guys. This joint right here is talking about the new migrants in El Salvador, along with Garcia, who are being they've been ordered to return to the United States. I don't know why they keep on trying to fight Trump, bro. What he's doing is better for the country than what the last president has done. So,
an escalating legal battle with the courts over President Trump's deportation plans. The administration is appealing a federal judge's order to halt flights that sent hundreds of Venezuelan migrants to a notorious prison in El Salvador. At a hearing today in Washington, fireworks. Here's our senior national correspondent, Terry Moran.
In the U.S. Court of Appeal.
Wait a minute. What the hell you mean by that? Wait, what you mean by that, bro? What you trying to say? I can't say words that are more than 2 syllables? Wow. Wow. That's kind of racist, Shane. That is kind of racist, bro. And I don't even know if Shane is black or white, but you know, I gotta use my race card when I can. Yeah, I know what we do. You know what I mean? I voted Democrat my entire life up until November, and I know how to play my race card. Yeah, I do. I got it ready.
Washington, fireworks. Here's our senior national correspondent, Terry Moran.
In the U.S. Court of Appeals in Washington today, a stunning accusation from federal judge Patricia Millett grilling a Trump administration lawyer, demanding to know why hundreds of Venezuelans were deported to an El Salvador prison without any due process.
Nazis got better treatment under the Alien Enemy Act. People weren't given notice. They weren't told where they were going. Those people on those planes on that Saturday had no opportunity to file habeas or any type of action to challenge the removal.
The administration's lawyer pushing back on Judge Millett's assertion that Germans deported during World War II under the same Alien Enemies Act used today got better treatment.
Well, Your Honor, we certainly dispute the Nazi analogy.
Arguing that President Trump was exercising core presidential powers by deporting the Venezuelans, who the administration has accused without providing evidence of being violent gang members. The administration has lashed out at federal judge James Boasberg for trying to turn those deportation flights around.
Boo! Boo! Sucker. You're a sucker, bro.
Accusing him of overstepping his authority. Today, they got some backup from a member of the appeals panel, Judge Justin Walker, a Trump appointee.
Can you, standing here, give us an example of a district court injunction that enjoined national security operation partially overseas that survived appellate review?
The White House standing by its decision to send the Venezuelans to that notorious prison in El Salvador. But tonight, the questions about the men in that prison are only growing.
We're looking at people now who may be in the Salvadoran prison the rest of their lives. And I think that's really the problem. And incommunicado, families can't reach them.
The administration acknowledges many of them have no criminal history in the U.S., and lawyers for at least 5 of them have filed declarations saying they have never been gang members at all.
Our thanks to Terry Moran. You may remember the harrowing images from the Salvadorian government showing hundreds of men, alleged gang members, being deported from the United States and taken to a prison in El Salvador. More than 250 men, mostly Venezuelan nationals, were deported with little or no due process. Today, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit heard arguments over these contentious deportation flights, with a federal judge saying that Nazis got better treatment under the Alien Enemy Act. American photographer Philip Holsinger in El Salvador was there for a book on the country, had unique access to document the arrival of these migrants. He details what he saw firsthand as soon as these planes touched down. Philip, kind enough to join us tonight. Philip.
I have a question, man, because they keep on showing all these videos of how bad these prisoners are being treated. They can't show their heads. They got to walk squatted. They got to all sit in crisscross applesauce in the middle of the floor while they are berated by officers. Why are we treating them so bad for simply wanting to terrorize their communities and kill each other and sell drugs to each other? Why are we treating them bad for trafficking women and children? Why are we treating them bad? for graping people and unaliving people who don't deserve it. We need to treat them with more respect. When you make bad decisions, man, and you got to deal with the consequences. If I'm sitting on this damn channel and I got a tattoo on my face that says MS-13 or Tren de Agua, or I'm representing some other group who does malicious things to communities around the world, around the city, wherever, I should be dealt with accordingly. That's how that goes. That's how that goes, man. Somebody said Lake and Raleigh just wanted to go jogging, and we should give a damn about these people, man. Nah, we shouldn't. At all. I don't care about these niggas. I'm sorry, I don't. While we spending our time trying to get them back, I don't get that. But let's hear what this guy has to say. Photographer and writer on documenting deportations. He has something to say about it. I want to hear his point of view, and I won't look. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
But first off, got to say, it just really great, outstanding work. Thank you so much for joining us. You were at the airport in El Salvador March 15th to document the arrival of the deportees, including alleged members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, according to the Trump administration. Can you walk us through what you saw when these planes landed?
Yes, I mean, it's I've been here for over a year, so, and I'm working on a book on the transformation in the country that's focused on the security plan of the country, and specifically the war on gangs. So I had a certain expectation of the night because I've been through many gang transfers here, from inter-prison transfers of MS-13. And so, yeah, so the 3 planes arrive and, land and are taxied to a dark corner of, the airport, and sit for quite a while. And then they, as you see in the photos, start offloading the prisoners. Yeah.
And what were the conditions like where they were being held? Were they handcuffed and chains? What did you see?
These are commercial charter flights, so they're not military airplanes. There's no way to chain anybody to a seat. They are shackled in a typical shackling of ankles, wrists, and then connected by one chain. And they're guarded by special operations from Homeland Security that's on the plane.
And I want to quote something that you say in your article. You say, almost all the detainees came to the door of the plane with angry, defiant faces. It was their faces that grabbed me, because within a few hours, those faces would completely transform. And then later you go on to write, it was like looking at men who passed through a time machine in 2 hours. They aged 10 years. What happened in those 2 hours that you mentioned?
This is a Time magazine piece that the reason why I chose to publish early before I've even published this story is that sometimes something grabs you and it elevates a moment into the universals. And I'm accustomed to seeing hardened criminals, in these transfers. And the Venezuelans, and again, I'm not trying to say they're innocent just because of their faces, but I've looked at a lot of faces that when they came to the door, some of these guys were hardened. They weren't tattooed up. In that moment, I realized these guys aren't the same as other people I've brought. One, they're foreigners being brought here. And I anticipated, especially the soft faces, that some people, when they came to the door, the Venezuelans, they were stunned. By the end of the night, there was nobody that was defiant. I mean, the whole process of the intake is so aggressive. For security reasons, that the security forces will tell you, but it's very forceful.
And I'm curious too, once they landed, did it appear that they knew where they had been taken?
No, I mean, it's, they seemed pretty confused. I don't think they were ready for what they saw.
Did the government or military officials say anything to the detainees?
The Minister of Defense for El Salvador ran the operation. So he, in a sense, greeted the Homeland Security guys with some of the El Salvadoran team. And, I kept waiting for files to come off the plane.
Did I see this right? Some of you said that in order to be in those gangs, you gotta unalive somebody. Is that true? Because they have a whole bunch of gang members, man. I'm talking about a lot. So if you got that many gang members, then how many people had to die in order? Jesus. In order for, do y'all understand what that means? Y'all get it. But me thinking about it right now, that is nuts. That is nuts, bro. That is nuts. Back in my day, you could be in a nice little gang, and the only thing you had to do was fight somebody or know how to dance. Like on Beat It. When they was about to get into a knife fight, what Michael Jackson do? Nope. Put them knives down. Let's see who got moves. And they danced against each other. Like you're supposed to do. Thank you so much for the super chat, big dog. Appreciate you. I'm tired of this, man. We need to continue to pray. Reverend Dr. MC Hammer once said, we got to pray just to make it today. And you know, this is the same for women. They just showing the men. There's a lot of women in these gangs too. Do they also have to unalive somebody? Do they have to come together to get somebody snatched or raped? Like, this is nuts, man. Oh, Lord, pray for these people, man. Pray for these people, bro. Pray for these people, man. Pray for these people, man. Pray for your sons. Pray for your sons. Because we pray that our children have long lives and that they do great things and they're successful and they're happy. But with success comes haters, people that won't go out and get for themselves. They're waiting for you to go and get it so that they can take from you. And that's the same thing that they're trying to do. They're targeting our children. They've targeted us. A lot of us have had moments before when we came outside of our house or outside of our jobs or outside of a restaurant or something. When we went to our car and we saw glass all over the place. We're like, oh man, they got me. I don't know, man. Stuff like this get on my damn nerves. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. That's just me. But per usual, man, I want to say thank y'all so much for pulling up to the morning show. I really appreciate it. It will have a name next week, but the only reason why I'm not rushing to make it a name is because I want to make sure we have a show first. That we have a show that people enjoy coming to and listening to and driving to work. You know what I mean? I just don't saw this. I want to show this to y'all. This is from the Breakfast Club. What has The View been up to lately? Oh no, I want to show y'all this. Like, so this brother went up to interview this lady. He went to go interview this lady, right? And he had on some Meta glasses. He was trying to sneak an interviewer with some Meta glasses on. So he was recording the conversation that he was having with the girl. And then watch how somebody come up there and they notice that he's filming her because they noticed the glasses. I need to give me a pair of them glasses. I'll probably never put them on because I'm very private. Like as a content creator, you're not really supposed to be that private. You're supposed to open your life up and be all daring and try things. Nah, I'm very private.
What's the dating market for you like down here?
Oh boy, what do you mean?
Like how's the dating market been? What's up?
Camera.
How you doing?
Camera.
The camera's right there, bro. Can I help you, bro? Can I help you, bro?
Your camera, all right?
Yeah. Are you all right, bro?
Dude, I've been waiting for this day, dude.
Are you all right, bro?
No way, dude.
Can I help
Are these
you?
the camera
No, the
glasses?
camera's right there, bro.
No
Look right there.
No way.
Yo,
Oh,
get out the way, bro.
Camera.
Hi,
Holy
bro.
shit. Are those the glasses, dog?
No,
Can I try
bro.
them on?
No, bro.
Can I try them
no,
on?
bro.
Can I try
What
them
is your
on?
deal, bro?
Wait, you that dude, right?
Yeah, can I help you,
You
bro?
that dude,
Are you-
right?
What's your deal, bro? Can I help you, bro?
What?
All right, bro. Yo, you gotta back up, bro.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, you gotta back up. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Let's go down here real quick.
Bro, relax.
Your camera, all right? You need to chill.
You need to chill, bro.
You guys be creeping on those girls over here in PV and shit? Creeping? Yeah. That's you, right? That's you, right?
You gotta relax, bro.
You're like the POV guy, right?
Bro, we have a camera. Are you
the about the camera, dude? I'm from here, bro.
Okay?
Your camera on, right?
Can I help you, bro?
Go to the other street, bro, please. Out of respect for the locals and shit like that, please go to the other street. You grew up here. Do your videos where the fuck is a public place.
That's
but we don't
great, yeah.
respect you here.
All right, that's fine, bro.
Mind?
You got anything else you want to say?
No, actually, that's
All
what,
right.
I'm gonna say that.
All right, great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
All right,
bro.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Thanks for sharing. This is what we're dealing with, guys.
Yeah, let's just keep moving.
Yeah, let's- yeah.
We're just later, dog. You shit somewhere else.
I don't got no problem with what he did. I'm sorry. So what happened was he came up to him acting like he was inebriated, like he was drunk, like he was just a crazy guy. because he noticed that he was recording locals, with his camera, with his eyeglasses, with his sunglasses. And he thought that was a little freaky, a little sneaky. So he pulled up on him and he said, yo, I'm gonna need you to move with these glasses. You know what I mean? He said, I'm gonna need for you to move, and I'm from this area, because he sobered up real quick. Don't know if y'all noticed. At first, he was acting like he was inebriated. He was acting like he was slurring. He was acting like he wasn't all there. And then when it came time for him to tell him exactly what was going on, he said, I'm gonna need you to go, bro. Like you're recording now, ladies. What y'all think about that, man? I thought it was cool of him calling him out. I don't care. Like, yeah, you're trying to create some content. You know what I mean? And although he did have a camera, it wasn't a surprise that these women were being recorded. But, you know, he was in the middle of having a conversation with a little cutie pie, and the young lady probably did not know that she was being looked at from that angle with a camera, you know, at her body, like it could have been anything. I don't know. What y'all think? What y'all think? Yeah, I mean, I ain't got no issue with it. I mean, it's not illegal. You're right. It's not illegal for him to do that. Hey, Monisa, thank you so much for pulling up. For everybody, please let me know too. Is this your very first time checking out our live stream? Please let me know in the comments. It's about to end in a moment. Just let you know that. We've been up since 8 o'clock. Yeah. So it's about to end in a moment. But I do appreciate you pulling up. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. But I thought that this dude was being a creep. And I don't mind anybody pulling up and saying, yo, what are you doing, man? Oh, y'all got that camera right there? All right, cool. But I also am one of the people where I'm like, stay out my business, bro. Because if you come up to me like that and I feel like like that you're dangerous or something, and we might have a problem. But I believe that the guy with no shirt on, he read the room very well. I think he read the room. He was looking around. He see other locals. And he's like, man, this might go bad. Like, I might whoop this guy's tail, but I don't know how many other people around here that he know and who sent them and what I'm in the middle of right now. Maybe I should get up out of this joint. It will behoove me to slide off. And that's exactly what he did. He slid off. He's like, you know what? This guy's crazy. I'm out, bro. I'm gone, bro. But this guy right here, he sobered up real quick, man. He sobered up real quick, and he said, well, I'm gonna need you to move, bro. I'm gonna need you to move. But right here, he was all up in his space, very much in his space.
Bro, you need to chill, bro. Camera's right there, bro. Can I help you, bro? Can I help you, bro?
Your camera all right?
Yeah. Are you all right, bro?
Dude, I've been waiting for this day, dude.
Are you all right, bro?
No way, dude.
Yeah, so I ain't got no issue with it. Like, I probably would have handled it wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably would have handled it wrong. Because I don't like when people are all up in my space. Just is what it is. I don't like when people get all up in my space, all up in my face. I'll be ready to whoop some ass. I might not whoop your ass, but there's going to be some ass getting whooped. Might even be mine. But guess what? You started it. Self-defense. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining our morning show. Y'all have been absolutely phenomenal. For all of my blues who have helped me out, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Courtney, Lisa Marie, Nanny's Take on the World. What's up, Michelle? Appreciate you. Renee, Shoemaker. Who else pulled up? Who else pulled up to help? B is in the building. Thank you so much for pulling up to help out, B. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Shane, who was not a blue, but was the first person here today. Katarina, thank you so much for pulling up. I really appreciate it. All of my blues, if I missed your name, I apologize. Charge that to my mind, not my heart. And for everybody who submitted a super chat this morning, thank you so much. I appreciate it. For everyone who participated in answering questions in the chat, and making this an awesome live stream this morning, I appreciate you as well. For everybody considering doing some content creation and you want to work with somebody who can actually give you some keys that can move the needle for you, check me out. All right. Go to the link inside of my descriptions and sign up so that you can join our Facebook group and our group calls that we have 3 to 5 days per week. I promise you, you will love it. All right. And if you want to know about my white glove service, my VIP service, reach out to me via email. Love y'all. See you next time. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.